So I wanted to do a little review on these REV Splay high tops, because I didn't, they're pretty new and I didn't see a lot of people doing stuff online so far about them. They got here a couple days ago and I just spent the last day skating them, so they're already used for probably like a good 4 to 5 hours. And the first thing that I want to talk about is just that they're very comfy. Of course, I mean, this is why you would even be curious about this kind of shoe is for the toe space. And, I got back into the skating. So the first thing that I picked up was a pair of Vans, just because that's what I used to wear when I was a kid. And immediately had some pretty bad toe pain that I was having to work through. These, on the other hand, gave me immediate relief. They're very comfortable. They have some extra room in the heel even. You might notice there's like a bit of a pocket. And at first I didn't like it. I thought that's kind of weird that there's space. That's probably going to cause some excess rubbing. But the longer I skated them, the longer I realized maybe that a little bit of room back there actually did more good than harm. I went ahead and, just to experiment, tried some other insoles like these cheap Dr. Scholl's, which if you want to do this, there is plenty of room to chop it into the right size, so you're not going to have any problems there. But what I will say is that it ended up feeling not spacious enough with these in there. The cushion was nice, but not really necessary. I mean, these are fine, and as you strengthen your feet, they'll be nicer for you. But I will say it would be really nice if there was an option to buy an insole that fit perfectly with this shoe that had a slightly raised heel, because, it's just more work for your tendons there, skating all day. Some people might consider that good, like you're strengthening your muscles better and you're getting the more realistic range of motion, but some people might not like that. Some people might consider it to be excessive and they want to protect their muscles and tendons rather than use them if it's not necessary, right? But overall, they are very comfy, and that's good. That's why you would be interested in buying these, right? Another thing that I appreciate about these is that it's just made with really nice material. Like they're canvas pretty much all around and suede. Canvas and suede. So it's going to be durable. And it does look nice. I mean, that's going to be up to preference, really. This was the best color they have, honestly. Everything else that they have is an all white or variations on black and gray, which is cool. I know that's the style and has been the style, but these kind of off-white eggshell, they're called, Barcelona. These ones are the coolest they got right now, for sure. But they're going to last relatively long compared to any skate shoe. You can tell. They've got a decent weight to them, even though they're so flexible. What's nice is that I immediately noticed that I was actually getting more grip on my board because of the wider surface area here in the front from the toe space. Here's the back of the sole here from, about 5-6 hours of skating from the last couple days, and you can see that, there's some cracking going on. Hey, it happens. It's a skate shoe. It's gonna get its ass beat. So very comfy, very durable, and those are two of the most important things that you look for in a skate shoe. However, I do want to talk about some cons, such as the build quality. Overall, it's fine. Completely, perfectly functional. It's just that one thing that I noticed right away is that it's going to be hard to see, but the tongues almost were like vacuum sealed or something when the shoe was brand new. And it had like a layer that needs to separate. You can see a vein here. I don't know, it's a little hard to tell. It's out of focus. But there's this vein here that runs all the way down the tongue, all the way on the inside. And it took a little while of skating in it before I didn't feel that anymore. I've been trying to work it out, stretch it out, do what I can, separate those layers, but it's just, when fabric gets creased that badly, it's very tough to get it out. So that's one thing that I noticed. The other thing that I noticed, which was really strange, is as with most skate shoes, when I'm trying them out, I will, wear them throughout the day, not just skating in them, but walking in them as well. And this came up before I had even skated in them. And I was like, that is so strange. They had this stain creeping up them from the toe line, almost like I had some kind of fungal infection going on, but I assure you I have very clean feet. I thought maybe I had dropped some water on it, or perhaps some coffee, because I do black coffee from time to time at work, and it's very tough to see, but I even did a little test dot of coffee. There's the coffee right there. And this is the color of whatever the heck started creeping up. And obviously the water dried away and there was nothing left. I did it on this shoe in the same exact spot right here on the seam. A couple times actually. It's curious considering I had not skated in them yet, so I wasn't sweating particularly badly at work. And where I work is air conditioned and dried. So I was starting to think, well, maybe, maybe my toes hit some liquid and I didn't notice, but I gave it a little bit of more time and I started to notice that on some of the other seams it's doing the same exact thing. Let me see if I can find it because it's definitely not as prevalent, but if you can see, there's actually that same discoloration on the other shoe right here. So it is glue related. It must be. Here's the same. It's very hard to tell, but there it is. Obviously, if these were black or gray, then it would be a lot harder to tell. But these are the cool colors, so that's a shame. Another downside, as I said before, is just that this is the only option for the sole. And this would be a perfect skate shoe if you had the option to take it from a zero drop to, one that's not. It's all about this toe space. It's so comfortable. But, it's marketed as a barefoot shoe, so it has to be flat, right? That doesn't mean that we can't have the option. And lastly is the price. Obviously, when a shoe is $60 in your head, you're like, $50, not bad. But when a shoe is 80, 90, or even already 100, your brain is like, that's twice the price. And these are more in that range, they are about $100. And they're comfy enough that I do think they're worth the price. I'm just worried that I'll like them so much that I start needing to buy more pairs, right? I would have bought a pair of the low tops as well to give those a spin, but we'll give it another couple paychecks. So overall, I like them. I think despite the little glue thing, I did pay for the extra little insurance. It's like $3, and there's like a 30-day kind of return them, no questions asked, and I did pay for that. So I guess I'll test them a little bit longer, dirty them up, and then get them replaced with a new pair, and hopefully those don't have the same kind of glue running issue, because obviously you don't want people thinking that you got fucked up toes. Jesus Christ. That being said, I'm gonna keep using them, and honestly, I'm excited for what these guys have in store for the future as well, because this is pretty damn close to perfect. I'm liking this a lot. And yeah, that's it. Goodbye.